Headlines of this bulletin. The National Online Meeting to review the 20-year implementation of the Resolution number 13 on continually renewing, developing and improving performance of collective economy and the 10-year implementation of the Cooperative Law 2012 in the area of non-agriculture. The Health Ministry gave instruction to tackle the strongly increasing number of COVID-19 infections in Cần Thơ City, Tây Ninh, Sóc Trăng, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, and An Giang. Tides continued rising at high level and inundated some roads in the downtown of Cần Thơ City. Hello, and it's good to have you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. The Planning and Investment Ministry and Vietnam Cooperative Alliance jointly organized the National Online Meeting to review the 20-year implementation of the Resolution number 13 on continually renewing, developing and improving performance of collective economy and the 10-year implementation of the Cooperative Law 2012 in the area of non-agriculture. Party Central Member, Cam Chairman of Vietnam Father and Front Central Committee Đỗ Văn Chiến, Minister, Cam Chief of the Minority Affairs Committee Hậu A Lên, Chairman of Vietnam Cooperative Alliance Nguyễn Ngọc Bảo, Deputy Chief of the Central Economic Board Nguyễn Duy Hưng, Deputy Minister of Planning and Investment Võ Thành Thống co-chaired the meeting. Attending the online meeting in Cần Thơ City was Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Hè. After 20 years of implementing Resolution number 13 of the 9th National Assembly and 10 years of implementing the Cooperative Law 2012, the party and the state have given many instructions which were institutionalized into reality. It's estimated that until late 2021, there were over 9,300 non-agricultural cooperatives across the country, 16 non-agricultural unions of cooperatives. Cooperatives grew in both scale and quality and actively took part in value chains, especially accelerated connection for production, consumption of agricultural products, and invested in processing equipment, which contributed to adding value and developing a sustainable agricultural economy. So as to develop the sections of collective economy and cooperatives in challenging conditions, there is a requirement on specific solutions that are based on science and experiences. Therefore, both theoretical and practical bases were analyzed so as to continue developing institutions for coming time. On December 7th morning, the Party Committee of Cần Thơ City's Military Command organized the conference to comment on the permanent mode of the Party Committee, permanent members and party members who are deputy heads. Party Central Member, Come Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, Come Secretary of the Party Committee of the city's Military Command, Lê Quang Mạnh, presided over the conference. In 2021, the Permanent Board of the Party Committee of the city's Military Command studied concretized resolutions into plans and tasks of the city's armed force, while giving guidance and instructions to well carry out the topic of 2021 as follows: improving quality of military training, promoting democracy, roles and responsibility of the contingent of cadres members, fulfilling the Army recruitment task in 2021. The Permanent Board also guided to well conduct the principles of democracy, fight back any signs of degradation on political and moral ideologies, self-transformation associated with accelerating the studying and following of Ho Chi Minh's ideology, morality and lifestyle, and corruption. In recent times, the number of COVID-19 infections in Cần Thơ City, Tây Ninh, Sóc Trăng, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, and An Giang has remarkably increased. These localities have proposed the Health Ministry assign more physicians from central hospitals to assist in giving treatment, allocating more vaccines to conduct the third shot vaccination and antiviral drugs for home-treated patients, and supplying more ventilators. The rate of the first shot inoculation is now at very high level, at over 98% and 80% of the first and second shot vaccination rates, respectively, in these localities. All children aged between 12 and 17 have already received the first jab and are waiting for being injected the second jab. As instructed by the Health Ministry, physicians in these provinces and cities have also come to each house to make the list of the elderly and people with underlying health problems to organize vaccination for this group. Localities are also instructed to focus on managing, watching, and taking close and scientific care of home-treated F0 cases and to ensure the closest approach via the network of mobile medical groups. More physicians are rapidly arranged to these localities to give support for COVID-19 control tasks. Cần Thơ City alone is arranged to receive support from Cần Thơ Central General Hospital for COVID-19 treatment. Regarding treatment trucks, the Health Ministry will immediately distribute trucks to these localities right after finishing procedures of receiving trucks from support sources. To assist schools in organizing online teaching and learning in a type of epidemic control, the People's Committee of Thới Bình Ward of Ninh Kiều Upper District has just offered computers to Thới Bình Junior Secondary School. 5 computers at the total value of around 55 million Vietnam dong, supported by Viet Capital Commercial Joint Stock Bank, were offered for teachers and students of Thới Bình Junior Secondary School. Apart from computers, there are printers, books, notebooks, and learning materials. The support will help teachers and students of the schools get more comfortable in online teaching and learning. Apart from Thới Bình Junior Secondary School, Viet Capital Commercial Joint Stock Bank will continue offering computers, printers, and learning materials for other needy schools in Mekong region so as to help teachers and students rest assured in the online education. On December 7th, Cần Thơ City's Organizing Board for Holidays and Anniversaries organized a conference to report the draft plan on activities of celebrating the New Year 2022 and the Glorious Party and Spring of the Tiger 2022. State and Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Dương Tấn Hiển chaired the conference. After listening to representatives of the Culture, Sports and Tourism Department reporting the draft plan and opinions contributed by relevant units, State and Vice Chairman Dương Tấn Hiển concluded that the Arclight Street of Cần Thơ City is expected to be put into operation on December 22nd. The organizing scale of other activities such as the Festival of Childhood, Flower Garden of the Spring of the Tiger, and a series of counter sport activities will depend on local epidemic situation. The arts program in celebration of the New Year will be still organized at the Performance House of Cần Thơ City's Culture Center at a limited scale and must ensure epidemic control safety. These activities will be transmitted live on its channel, wave, and social platforms. The city will still organize the death of soldiers and people with priority given to building roads, houses, and offering gifts to policy classified and needy families. The Standing Board of the Municipal Party Committee are considering the organization of the New Year Eve firecracker shooting program and a series of activities in celebration of the 92nd founding anniversary of Vietnam Communist Party. On December 7th morning, the tide in early lunar November on Hậu River and rivers and canals in Cần Thơ City continued rising at high level and inundated some roads in the downtown of Cần Thơ City. According to Cần Thơ City Student Board for Natural Disaster Search and Rescue, the tide measured at 5 a.m. on December 7th stood at 1.97 meters, just 0.03 meters lower than the warning level number 3. Sources from Cần Thơ City's hydro-meteorological forecast station said that in the last 3 days, the tide continued rising. The highest level was 2.03 to 2.08 meters, 2.03 to 2.08 meters higher than the warning level number 3. It's predicted that the peak-up tide will recede slowly to warning level number 2, and city dwellers should update information so as to avoid traffic jams caused by rising tide. Now, as usual, before moving to the close, let's take a quick look at the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again English bulletin, please visit our website canthotv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.